Something I want to go back to from earlier, because I think this is something that it's not talked about enough, and it should definitely be talked about more. But so some people that I've worked with in the past, they've mentioned how their IVF wasn't successful, or they might have had a miscarriage at some point, and that's obviously a really, massive thing to go through, very emotionally difficult. So I suppose it'd be interesting to get your perspective on, like, if somebody has experienced that, what would you kind of say to that person, or what would you recommend, or like
Yeah.
what's kind of like, how do you move forward, from kind of a traumatic event like that?
Yeah, that's you know, and again, this is that emotive side of fertility journey. Nothing with fertility is ever guaranteed at all. And when you're throwing a dice at IVF, I mean, it's so expensive and it's so like your chances are not high often. So there can be so much attached to it. And then of course you factor in miscarriage, which is, that's the loss of a much loved pregnancy. That little baby had a personality in the parents' minds already, had a name most likely, you could envisage life as a family. So you're grieving all of that. You're grieving if you cannot get pregnant, if your journey comes to the end and there is no baby at the end of the journey. Again, you have to be able to grieve that, because that is a huge loss. And often people will say you can't miss what you haven't had. And I just hate the thought of anybody saying that to somebody who hasn't had a baby, because you have experienced it, because you have thought of that child. You've worked so hard to try and get that child. So you are allowed to grieve the loss of that child and what that child would have brought to you, and would have made, what that little family would have looked like. So again, I have some amazing therapists. Actually, this isn't an area that I wouldn't be working directly with this person, because I have practitioners who actually work with individuals who have reached the end of the journey and haven't had a baby. And you need to be in a safe space with somebody who has experienced that, and who is a coach that can coach you through it. So that's what I would say on that.
Yeah, amazing. That's really powerful. So what I'll do, like in the description, for anyone, what I'll do is I'll include all your details. We're not finished chatting yet, but I just wanted to say, like, I'll include all your details, and if somebody is in that kind of situation and they're not sure what to do, they can always maybe reach out to you, or if it's to someone that you would maybe refer out to, and at least they know that the support is there. There's people out there that you can, kind of get in contact with.
Please do, and we're there to support you. We've trained to support you, and we keep pushing ourselves further and further down this fertility knowledge route, so we have as much information and knowledge and support that we can give you. So whoever needs it, on whatever stage of your journey that you're on, please do reach out. And as I said, I have some wonderful practitioners that I could be able to put you out to, or you might end up coming to myself. We'll figure all of that out.